Hi, everyone.
Hey,
I'm Alicia,
and I'm Meredith.
and this is It's About the Pasta, a Vanderpump Rules podcast. We're at season 5, episode 2. I forgot how good this season is.
Mm-hmm.
It's so good.
I I'm excited.
I'm very excited because I don't remember where this season totally goes, but we'll get into it. But before we do, let me tell you all the things that I need to tell you at the beginning of the show. So you can check us out on the A&M Podcast Network. We have this podcast. We have Summer is Fun, a Summer House podcast, which also covers Winter House and Summer House Martha's Vineyard. And we have the show One Season Wonders, the show that Meredith and I will do until we die because it's the only show at this point that seems to live on. But actually, all these shows seem to live on forever. So we'll see what happens. Please be sure to rate, review, subscribe, join or follow us on Instagram at Vanderpasta and join our Patreon, patreon.com/Vanderpasta. Let me tell you what you can get. For $1 a month, you get access to all of our fun pre-shows where me, Meredith, and Sarah are fun little, I don't know, I don't want to call her our techie, but she kind of does all the editing and our videos and stuff. So we discuss anything we want.
She's our guru.
She's our guru.
Yes.
That's a good way to put it. If Sarah hates it, she can edit over us with what she wants to be called because she edits. Also, you get access to any episodes we record early, including this one. It was on the Patreon way before it was released live, so you could have had us sooner if you want.
Way before.
If you hate us enough to wait like years for this, then fine, do that too. Don't care. Actually, I do care. Please join us. Anyway, for $2 a month, you get access to everything I just mentioned. Plus, when we go back and we do old seasons like this one, we will do an after show where we talk about current Bravo news because we do these episodes spoiler free, but we want to talk about what's happening in the real world. And also, we will say your name on the podcast. So thank you to Brittany, Chris, Darby, Dee, Dustin, Gabriella, Aisha, Jackie, Jamie, Kirsten, Casey, Kelsey, Lauren, Sarah, Cameron, Tierney, Tonette, Tracy, Emily, Gina, Jennifer H, Jennifer T, Leanne, Robin, Sarah, Taylor, and Tiffany. Yes.
Woohoo!
I fucking killed it. Thank you all for being a part. And then for $5 a month, you get access to everything I just mentioned. Plus, when we do live shows, I will ask every week for your questions, thoughts, comments, concerns, anything you want to share, and we'll read them on the podcast. Maybe I'll do that here. We'll see what happens when, I'm off the clock currently. This is not my responsibility. When we do live shows, I'm behind anyway, so why add stress to my life? But we'll see what I do. I'm unhinged.
It's called vacation, Alicia. Live show vacation.
I'm unhinged. For all you know, I'm going to start posting daily to ask people their questions. We don't know what's going to happen. But also, we will
Damn.
pick a patron of the episode. So this week's patron of the episode, I'm keeping a tally. So everyone knows I'm going to keep a tally this time because it's too much. I'm going to pick Aisha because Aisha's been a loyal patron for a very long time. But she is coming back for a live show. So since we don't have the live shows right now, she's going to dip, but she'll come back and I know she will. So thank you, Aisha.
Totally
I hope you listen to
fine.
these. Yeah, we encourage that. Okay. So should we get into the episode?
Let's do it.
Okay, so previously on Vanderpump Rules, Katie's gonna assist Lisa. Lala told everyone that they have winter bodies, and James asked if Katie was pregnant. Jax is spreading a rumor that Kristen was going down on Brittany, and Brittany is pissed at Jax for saying that about her. Okay, so can we talk about first, Lala is not in the opening. Did you notice that?
Oh. No.
It goes Stassi, Jack, Sheena, and then the next one is James, Sandoval, Ariana, and then the next one is Tom, Schwartz, Katie, and Kristen.
Is Lala in the big group picture?
Yes. But so is Peter.
Okay.
So Lala's doing too much to not be recognized.
Maybe she's friend of.
She's doing too much.
That's true. That's true. Maybe she's friend of though at this moment.
The worst. Okay. So let's go to Sir. Brittany and Ariana and Sheena and Katie and Jax and Lisa all go to what I think is Lisa's office, probably above the restaurant. And Ken. Can't forget Ken. He shows up later. And they're planning for World Dog Day because Lisa's fighting against the Yulin Dog Festival where they torture dogs because she's obsessed with dogs and she loves them so much. Just like Meredith.
Shut up. I've never heard of that dog festival thing. Um, I mean, ain't for me. Anybody who listened to our summer house Martha's Vineyard knows I'm not the resident dog
But
girly.
you don't want them to be tortured.
No, not at all. I'm anti I'm anti all torture. Um very very pro dogs leaving me alone.
Okay, so as long as they're just not in your space. You don't
Yeah,
want them
yeah, like,
tortured
there's
though. You like wish the
later
best
this
for them from
episode,
far away.
Sandoval's dog licks his mouth, and I was like, "I wanna keel over and die."
That's the grossest thing.
Ew.
Okay, so Katie Katie wants to learn how to put on massive events, so she's helping run World Dog Day. Jax asked if there was going to be alcohol, and there is not going to be. So they say, like, no worries because James is the one that you need to worry about around alcohol.
Oh gosh.
Also, we find out Kristen's going to come. And
Well,
Lisa hates Kristen.
yeah, I mean, yeah, I guess it's in a public event for dogs. You can't really, tell your enemies not to come.
Well, Lisa sent her an invite because the girls were like, Kristen showed us the invite you sent her. But it was really John, the charity co organizer, that invited Kristen by accident.
This is like a mass
She's on the
email. This is
list.
not like a personal, "Hi, Kristen, hope you would join us." It's like, this is an evite that went to a mass mailing list, which probably
Hey,
has the
Kristen.
entire SIR
Hey, Kristen. It's
previous
me.
employees on it. Like, let's be honest, Lisa's going to everybody.
Take Kristen's money. It's fine.
Hell yeah.
Oh, okay. So Lisa says that she hears Kristen is very giving, which horrifies Brittany because Lisa's talking about how Kristen gave her head.
Oh god.
Um, s- so they all leave. Brittany's pissed. So she talks to Sheena about it and basically says if Jax really loved her, then why doesn't he have her back? And he's a fucking idiot. And this is why you watch reality shows before you fucking move across the country for someone, Brittany. Because we
Oh
knew
my
this.
god. Yeah, it's very
I could
classic
have told you
Jax.
this.
We know this, but I'm also like am shocked that he is doing it to his own girlfriend. Like he'll do it to everybody, but your own girlfriend, like you gotta lay next to her every night.
He's equal opportunity shitty person to
He,
everyone.
yeah, he will not hold back on anyone. Wow, wow. Go Jax, I guess.
So Sheena Sheena says this just proves Jax hasn't changed. Which okay, I don't know when he did.
I was about
But
to say, when did you think he had
thumbs for you.
changed? What had given you the clue that he
When
was
he was
changing at
a
all?
truth teller.
Oh, a truther? Yeah,
He
yeah,
used to
yeah.
tell the
You're
truth,
right.
remember?
Yeah, you're right. For one
Which he's saying
season,
he's still a truther.
he lied and then told the truth. You're right. He's a truther.
See, this is him being a truther. He's like, this did happen. I have to tell everyone about it. Truth.
God.
So Brittany starts crying because Jax isn't even acting like he cares. And so she needs space, so she might sleep at Sheena's tonight.
What an insult.
I'm not, why are they shocked?
I mean, I can't imagine. I don't want to be in this situation. This is my worst nightmare to like move my whole life across the country for someone. They literally spread a rumor, even if it's true, they spread these comments around. Like, I don't care if it's true or not as a viewer, but like, if that were me, I would be so mad, even if this were true that my boyfriend was saying all this stuff to someone, and I would totally sleep at someone's house for a week, not one night.
I would move back home. I'd be like, send my shit. I'm over you. Also, though, we would never move across the country for someone on reality TV that we didn't watch beforehand.
Yes, yeah. I don't even want to move across the country
Brittany,
for someone I've known my whole life.
For someone I'm in love with.
Yeah,
I'm like,
that's a
should we
big
go long
ask,
distance
even if I love
forever?
you.
I don't know. Yeah, sorry. So, okay, then we go to the Voda Spa. The Toms are here for their monthly couple massage. And my favorite was Schwartz walks in and he looks at the masseuses and he goes, "Hi, we're the Toms."
I
They're the
can't.
fucking couple.
I can't. They are more of a couple than they are with their own girlfriends, fiancés, soon to be wives. Like
Oh my god,
this is
was awesome.
weird.
This was awesome. So Schwartz and Katie have a wedding date. It's 3 months away. Sandoval and Schwartz joke about how much money is going to be spent because there's no budget. Haha. But Schwartz says he won't spend 10 grand on flowers and he's not
Oh
even
my
doing a
God.
wedding cake.
I
Haha.
I hate people who don't know how much weddings actually cost before they get engaged. Like, you should know that and like what you'd be willing to spend. And then also later this episode, he talks about how something should be like $600. Dude, this is somebody's actual time and like full time job. Do you not know what like salaries cost? Like, I hate when guys just
No,
think
he's an
everything should
idiot.
be cheap for a wedding.
He's an idiot. So, Sandoval asked Schwartz, "Are you sure you want to do this?" And Schwartz is like, "Yeah, definitely. I mean, like, I have doubts, but like, definitely want to do it."
Red
And
flag.
Sandoval's like, "You should probably invest in therapy."
Yes, you should be excited at this point in your wedding planning. It's 3 months away.
If my husband ever was like, "I'm excited and want to marry you. I do have doubts, but like, I'm gonna do it," I'd be like, "I'm sorry, excuse you?
Yeah, I'd be like, you can take this ring
Suck
right
it.
back, sir."
Get lost." Okay, so then we go to Stassi's apartment. Katie's here. Stassi and her drink beers, even though they're not supposed to because they don't have summer bodies, they have winter bodies.
I'm so thankful we're getting better at body
So
shaming. Like, I drink the beers, ladies. Drink the beers.
same. I hate that they have winter bodies, and in my head, I'm like, they're so hot. I wish I had their bodies. Like
Yes, my body
Jesus
doesn't even look like
Christ.
that in the winter. That's a dream winter
I
body.
wish.
Yeah.
I wish that was my winter body. Okay, so this is Stassi's first apartment without a boyfriend or a roommate or her dad paying for it. So cheers
That's
for growth.
huge. I
Um,
honestly want to
that's
credit her for
amazing.
like being honest about that. Like, to have your dad pay
Yeah,
for a
I
lot
love
and
it.
then you're
Cheers
like,
for growth.
yeah,
She
I
did it.
I can afford this now and on my own.
She did it. And there's nothing better than living on your own. Meredith and I
I
thrive
love
in it.
it.
Stassi also got herself one of those man pillows that wraps around you so you're being like held.
I've thought about buying one
I
of
don't
those.
have one of these.
I want one.
I've thought about it.
I've thought about it.
And I want it.
I want it so bad.
They talk about World Dog Day. Stassi tried working for Lisa once. Remember when she styled her for that one photo
Oh
shoot and she didn't
my
even last the
God.
full day?
Yeah, the fact that
So
she's
she
like,
can't
I've
imagine.
worked for Lisa for 4 hours, and I'm like, oh, that was not a good moment.
Yeah, that was bad on you, but hopefully Katie's better than that. Stassi though tries to dig out of Katie if she's maid of honor, and then they talk wedding stuff, and Katie thinks they can do it under 50 grand.
Which in LA, I feel like is good.
Yeah, 50 grand? That's great. If you can get that done anywhere, 50 grand.
Yeah.
You have already flowers, 10 grand. Photographer, let's say another 10 grand. Then you rent out the space. Let's say that hypothetically 10 grand. Then you have to buy a wedding dress. Let's say
20.
that's 10.
20.
Let's say that's 10 grand. Let's just hypothetically, you already have $40,000 from 4 things.
Yeah.
We haven't even talked about the food.
Yeah.
10 grand. We're
Or
there.
like
We're done.
the fun little things, a photo
We're done.
booth, or do you now? I mean, again, this
The
is like
DJ,
6 years
the
ago, but like,
band.
do you want a second dress? I actually talking about this, like, I hate weddings because of the cost of them. Rightful costs. I'm not on Schwartz's boat, but I'm like, I'm gonna get married at the courthouse. Like, I'll save the 50 grand.
Same. I'm eloping. Okay, so Stassi's so yeah. So Katie also lets her know the flowers is the out of the 15 grand, and Stassi is pissed that Schwartz doesn't want a cake to try and save money.
I
That's
don't know how
only
I
gonna
feel about
save you like
cake.
maybe
I know.
$500.
I know. I know.
I personally don't really like cake, period. So
Same.
I always said if I were to have a big wedding, I would do a donut wall
Ooh, I had a friend do that plus
because I love
cake,
donuts.
but it got like missed because people were
Mm.
distracted by like dancing, which was on the complete other side of the venue. I want a cheesecake bar. I love cheesecake.
Ooh, that's a good one. That's
Yeah.
great. Okay, so then we go back to Sir. James is DJing. We see Diana from Suck a Dick Diana. It's great to see her. She's still alive and well.
Still kicking at the good old sir.
So James, she's doing it. So James grabs Sheena to talk. And as they're walking, he asks Sheena, like, how are you? And she says, I'm good. And my new nose is great too.
Oh God.
Dang, got him.
Sheena's just
And so
happy
they go
she's
to the
on
back of Sir, where
their side of the argument, like the girl's side. Like this is the first time she's on the opposite side.
she's on the right side of
Yeah.
history.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's here. So, they go to the back of Sir where everything happens, and James says he knows he needs to apologize, but he does think Sheena got a nose job. She also got those fake ass contacts I couldn't stop looking
Oh
away
my
from. So
god. It's making
she
me
did
think,
some
it's
shit.
bringing me to The Summer I
It's
Turned
bad.
Pretty, Jeremiah Eyes, and I think that's why I can't handle them right now because that show is like
It's
so
bad.
popular in present day.
It's yeah, it's bad. So, he also says he does think Katie is overweight, but that's just him. He's a truth teller.
Oh god.
He's Jax,
Oh
baby.
yeah, he's just a truther. He's
Learn
the
from
new
the best.
truther of season 5.
He's a truther, baby. Yeah, hell yeah. He saw how well it worked out for Jax. He must have also not watched the seasons previously. I don't know what it is with people joining shows they don't watch.
God.
So James and Sheena, they sit down. James apologizes for saying what he said. He just felt defensive because they all yelled at him. And Sheena's like, "You came up to us first,
Yeah.
though, so you started it."
Although
So Sheena
just
doesn't really care about her apology. Wait,
yeah.
what?
Well, just walking up to the table, I feel like didn't isn't what should spark an argument with the other side, the girls and all this stuff, but taking the alcohol is what was justified them like being mad.
That was awesome. That was so awesome. Okay, so Sheena doesn't really care about her apology. She just wants to make sure James is gonna apologize to Katie. Like, that's her. She's
Mhm.
like, whatever with me, but my girl
Yeah.
Katie,
Let me
you
throw
did her
myself
dirty.
under the
So
bus for my new best
James,
friend Katie.
I'm part of the group. This is
I'm
what they do.
This is what I have to do to
I'm
become a
in the group.
bridesmaid.
This is it.
This is
I'm
it.
tell Katie I told you to go apologize to her. Make sure you let her know that I did this. So James in his interview says, "Sorry, I can insult you better than you can insult me. You should apologize to me for being assholes to start with."
Good God. I think he's coming from this
He's
like,
not real. He's
yeah,
not
he's the
real.
like the underdog, and so he can do whatever because he's like fighting back. He's the second punch. He constantly feels like it's self-defense everything he's doing, but it's not. Like he's hitting way below the belt, and so it's on a different level.
That's it. He sees himself as the underdog. And
Mhm.
truthfully, he is. If he would just shut up for like
Yes.
2 seconds,
Yes. They
if
will
they
attack you
said mean shit,
first.
I'd be like,
Yes.
yeah,
Yes. They will attack
yeah,
you
just
first. Just give them
give him
time.
a second. Give them the rope. Stop taking the rope from them.
Yes.
Give them the rope. They'll hang themselves and you'll that's the thing that's so frustrating is why I still root for James. It's like I know he's the underdog. He's the one
Mhm.
left out of the group and I want to root for him, but he then fat shames Katie and I'm like, "What the fuck, my guy?
Yeah.
What are we doing?"
Yeah. He just needed to pause for
If
like
you just
5
shut up, I'm
seconds.
sure Tequila Katie would have said something. Don't even
Yes.
worry. Just shut up. Okay, so Sheena just is like, "Thanks for the apology, but make sure you apologize to Katie," and she walks away. So then we go to Stout, where Lala and her mom are grabbing some food, and Lala's got a hot mom.
I love them.
Okay?
I love them a whole
Super
lot.
hot. Um, Lala says she's been better, and her mom agrees and is very worried about her. Lala and her mom are very close. They're in constant communication. They talk on the phone 4 times a day,
That's a
and her
lot.
mom just needs to let her know it's going to be okay. And listen, my mom is not the like coddling type. If I called her and was like, "Tell me things are going to be okay," she would be like, "What is happening?"
I
She'd
literally
be
I
like,
think
"Pardon?"
I this year cried on the phone to my mom, which I never do, and she was like, "I'm really concerned about you." She was like, "You don't do this," and I was like, "No,
Yeah.
I'm not okay."
I mean, like I'm really
Like I
close
can't imagine talking to my mom about everything.
I'm really close to my mom, but I rarely will. She's a fixer, so I don't tell her my problems when I
Mhm.
don't want her opinions. Cause I'll be like, "I'm really sad because I don't know, like lightning struck me." And she'd be like, "So how can we better avoid lightning in the future?" And I'd be like, "No, no, no.
We
It's not
can't.
my fault. We can't." So Lala says she feels like she's turning into a vicious person, and her mom's like, "Yeah, maybe because you shouldn't drink." And then as Lala's crying, the waitress comes over, so that's awkward. But then Lala orders Pinot Grigio right after her mom's like, "Stop drinking," and
Oh
Lala's like,
god.
"Can I get a pee
This is
now?"
this is tricky because she talks about how her family has like issues with drinking too. So and this is
Out,
hereditary. So
yeah.
now we have both James and Lala that we know of in a sense family wise don't do well with alcohol. And it's as a viewer, it's this slow motion car crash of like, okay, I kind of want you to keep drinking because like I want to see it, but like for you, I don't think this is working out.
Yeah, my other thing is like Lala's also the underdog because these girls are vicious, but
Yes.
Lala also gets vicious. But I like it and I support it, but also like I want to root for her as the underdog. Same thing with
Mhm.
James, that I'm like, just let them hang themselves. You got
Lala's
this,
better
girl.
at like
But like
they
I get it. When you're being attacked,
yeah. Lala they throw the
she's
first punch
better.
at Lala a lot of times more and she doesn't go as nasty as James.
No, she just tell instead of pointing out Katie specifically, she tells all of them they have
Yeah.
winter
That
bodies.
passes Lisa's test of like I'm not going to fire you.
So yeah, so she knows that she has said fucked up things to and about these people. She doesn't feel good after she says it. And her mom's like, probably because you were bullied in high school. And Lala's like, yeah, that's why I had acrylic nails and highlights in the fourth grade. And
I
I was like, when do people usually get acrylics and the highlights?
I feel like at
I
my
don't
grade
even have those
school
things.
I don't either, but I feel like at
I'm
my
28.
school girls started like getting some girls started getting their hair dyed in like 6th grade.
I started getting my lip and eyebrow waxed in fifth grade.
Oh, go off queen with that lip wax.
I I had a unibrow and a mustache, okay? I needed the help. But yeah, I also think though, okay, so Lala was bullied, so she got acrylics and highlights. I feel like that would make you stand out more as a target, right?
I
Or
know because
no?
I think
She
she
had
was deemed
claws
the
then?
cool
I don't know.
girl. Like her mom let her do stuff. That always is how my school
Oh,
was. Like, oh my god, your mom let you shave your
oh.
legs? Like, oh, my mom's so uncool.
Your mom let you shave your legs. I love. Listen, I did that in 4th grade and I was not cool. I was just hairy.
Yeah,
They bullied me for being
I
hairy.
just stole the
So
razor and just started
it
doing
doesn't
it.
work out.
No, not because now my
It
leg hair is
doesn't work
so
out.
dark and
So
so thick. It's terrible.
if you were a loser, no matter when you shave your legs, you're still a loser. Just so you
Yes,
know.
that's true.
Anyway, so Lala tells her mother everything, including that she lost her virginity with a red condom to the song
No,
Lollipop by
too
Lil
much.
Wayne.
TMI for my mom, TMI for me as the viewer. So much happening.
I was 22 and my mom still thought I was a virgin, and I was like, "Okay," and we kept it that way.
I just don't talk about
Cuz
it.
I
I
can't.
don't especially the color of the
Just assume
condom.
I'm a
No.
virgin.
We don't need to talk about that.
Horrible. Horrible. My mom knows I'm on birth control, and that is all she needs to know.
Uh,
That is it. Goodbye. Also, my mom would be horrified if I was like, "Mom, guess what? I used a red
that's the
condom."
thing. My parents don't
She'd
want
be
to know
like,
this
"Pardon?"
information themselves. Like they would be like, "Meredith, that's such an overstep."
No.
Once I joked about having sex and my
No.
dad literally was like, "Why? Why are you doing this to me?" And I go, "This is how it feels to be your child. Like you talk about so much shit."
This is it. I'm in therapy, Dad. Thank you.
Yes.
Anyway, so yeah, so we learn all that about Lala, but she still says that these are the shittiest people on the planet. And you know what? She's happy they don't like her because what does that
That's
say if
so
they
not
do like you?
true. She's just jealous. She just wants to be she's the new Sheena. She wants to be on the
Whatever.
in crowd, but she's just handling it better.
She wants to be in.
Yeah.
Well, cheers to them. Cheers to this cute mother daughter. I'm happy
They are
they have a
cute.
relationship that I don't think I need with my mother. Shout out. I love you, Judy. Anyway, so then we go to Sir. Everyone's working. It's a Friday night. Lisa scolds James and says he needs to be 100%.
Oh god.
She doesn't bring up fat shaming or anything. She's just like, be on it, make me that money. So then we go to Kristen and Carter's apartment. They're making dinner and eating at the table with real cloth napkins, which I think
Wow.
cloth napkins are a waste of time.
Me too.
But okay,
Unless you're like
even if you're an adult.
I get
Okay.
like a really fancy dinner party, cute little china because people get it for their wedding presents. I get if you're really gonna do it up. But if you're not, waste of fucking time. Well, I don't want to clean those.
It's okay. It's fine. So, this is Kristen's best relationship she's ever had. Carter's a photographer's assistant. They have zero trust issues and they don't fight. And he's not James Kennedy.
Oh God. How
She
old is
fucking
Kristen?
hates him. 33,
I I
30
guess I'm slowly becoming
something.
Kristen. Like, how am I like in my 30s probably gonna have my best relationship ever?
That's what you're supposed. You're not supposed to have the best relationship ever from that dude in your 20s.
That's true. Good point. Good point. Kristens are just really
What I'm
bad.
saying, this is clearly not the best relationship because she's still sitting here hating on James Kennedy. If it was really
True.
that good, Kristen, don't you fucking worry about
And
James
they're
Kennedy over
splitting things
there,
like
okay?
60-40. Or like, let's be honest, probably 70-30. Like she's still bankrolling it, this little man child.
Yep. Yeah, my dude Grayson. Yeah, it's rough. So then we go back to Sir, and Lisa asks Sheena about Kristen and Brittany rumor, and then it cuts to Christina Kelly telling Tierney about the rumor. Remember
Oh,
Tierney from season 1?
this is a good
What a
saga.
time! And then I'll never forget when Christina Kelly once said Kristen looks like she smells like stale beer and
Oh
cigarettes.
my
Still
god.
one of my favorite
It's kind of
quotes in the
like
entire world.
if yeah, one day we'll be able to smell through computers and like TVs and they'll have that saved. So we will be able to rewatch Vanderpump and smell Kristen.
Oh, I can't wait for that day. And then we have Jesse, the server, telling the hostess, I think it's Gigi, that Brittany and Kristen hooked up. And then the two kitchen guys that I love so much talk
Oh
about the rumor in Spanish.
god.
These guys are the best. Andy even once interviewed them, which was
Wait,
amazing.
really?
And I love, yeah, he asked in Spanish, he's like, who do you think's like the hottest? Or like, who do you hate the most? And stuff like that. Like they thought Brittany was really hot
Oh my
and they hate
god.
Kristen
I
so
didn't
much.
know that.
Yeah, this I'll try and find the clip and maybe put it to our Instagram. It's so funny. Okay, so Sheena and Lisa, we go back to them talking, and Sheena's like, "Oh my god, I'm so mad that Jax has done this," and Lisa's like, "I'm not fucking surprised. Kristen
Yeah.
gets in the middle of everything,
Well, Jax,
including Brittany's legs."
okay. Lisa just hates Kristen, so of course this is Kristen's fault, I'll say. But like
Wait, I love the amount of people that hate Kristen.
it is runs so deep in this establishment. But like this is Jax's fault.
It's the best.
This again, it doesn't matter if it's true or false. This being widely discussed is all of Jax's fault. God.
Yep, 100%. So then we go back to Kristen's apartment, and Kristen tells Carter about the rumor going around. And Kristen is super offended. And she's like, Carter, you were there. And Carter is like, I know. It was just the three of us in the bedroom, and the door was open. And then Jax came home and saw you guys kiss. And Kristen's like, I know. All we did was kiss. So but then in Kristen's interview, though, she's like, I remember nothing, but I definitely didn't go down on Brittany, but I don't remember anything.
See, I kind of think this is true because of Kristen cannot recall anything in her interview.
Kristen went, I'm sure it wasn't like she ate her out for 15 minutes, but I bet it was like kiss on the lips, kiss on the neck, kiss on the stomach, kiss on the vag, or the
Yeah.
vulva.
It
Because the
wouldn't shock
vagina is
me
what's
if like
inside. I bet it was
like
that.
and yeah, and in between.
And Jax burst in at that exact moment.
Oh god. Oh god.
It's like watching the movie Drive all over again.
Here's the thing,
So
honestly,
then,
if it did happen and Jax walks in, I feel like he'd want to sit there and watch. So his part of the story makes me believe it's not true.
my only thing is also like, what was Carter doing? Was he watching?
Well, later somebody I think Jax says that Carter was asleep on the couch.
But Carter's like, I was there.
I think
What is
this
happening?
version with
I
Kristen
don't
and
care.
Carter
I
is just
don't
a
care.
story that they're trying to set Kristen's record straight.
I don't care. I don't care what happened. I wish I would just know for sure if it happened.
Me
Like, I
too.
wish Brittany and Kristen would just tell me.
Agreed.
Like, I wish we could just get on the page so I could get with it and move on?
Mhm.
Okay, so now we go back to Sir. Jax is so annoyed that the main point of conversation is this rumor. It's
Oh
why?
my
How could
god.
this have happened? So then Brittany comes over to
Well,
talk to
he didn't get what
Jax.
he wanted.
What did he want?
He wanted everybody to focus on him, not the rumor. He wanted people to listen to him. He wanted attention, and all his only way to get attention is to start telling a rumor.
So he wanted people to
But
be
then it
like,
backfires and he doesn't have attention anymore.
Jax, I can't believe Brittany cheated on you with Kristen.
Probably.
I
Yeah.
don't know what he wanted.
Yes, I think so.
So Brittany comes
As
over
an
to
attention whore myself, I want attention and he does too.
So Brittany comes over to talk to Jax, and Jax is like, "Oh my god, we're talking about this? How did one stupid comment turn into a 3-day conversation?" And then he
Oh
also tells
god. You mean
Brittany,
telling 8 different people, Jax?
he tells Brittany, "You give the rumor power when you're upset by it." How about that, Brittany?
That's not how a rumor works. Just because she's upset doesn't mean people like the correlation is not there of her being upset and more people talking about it. You let this out of the bag and it is going to spread like wildfire whether she is upset or not.
I appreciate Jax so much being like, "How did this happen? I've only told 18 people and now everyone's discussing it. I'm so mad." And also, Brittany, why are you mad? I'm the one that's mad that this is a thing that I've done.
You're the
How
one
dare
doing this.
we?
The way he can just change the narrative constantly is truly
It's my
insane to
favorite.
me because like
He's great.
this is all being filmed. Like we're going to discuss this, but again, nobody holds it over him season after season. Like he just gets away with it because of like the downtime in between seasons. It's
I love
wild.
him so much. So Brittany says she's only upset with Jax, not everyone discussing it, because he's done this to her. And he's like, "You got to get over it because we're at Sir and this is LA and there's nothing we can do, and you're here yelling at me. Like, this is going to be the
Oh
same
my
outcome whether
god.
you yell at me or not. You might as well just not be mad at me. Get over it. This is
Oh my
LA,
god. The
baby.
way this man this is just what happens. Your boyfriend starts rumors about you like getting eaten out by our friend.
Welcome
Like
to Sir,
that's LA.
bitch.
That's showbiz, baby.
You should have fucking watched the show, bitch. This happens every season. Boom.
That is I do this to someone every season. You should have known.
Do you even know who Laura Lee is, bitch? You should have seen what I did to her on TV. Fuck you.
Oh my god. In front of an
I love
AA meeting.
Yeah. I gave zero fucks. So at least here I'm giving a fuck arguing with you. How about that? So now they're now they're arguing because he's not sorry and she wants him to be sorry. I
Oh
again have
god.
bad news, Brittany. You should watch the show. So Brittany just knows that Jax loves to stir shit up, but she's mad it's about her. And Sandoval now is like, "Hey Brittany, by the way, I'm sorry that I told Lisa because Jax told me." And Brittany's still like, "I'm not mad
This
at you. I'm
bro
mad Jax.
code.
I'm mad Jax told
I think
you. I'm
Sandoval's
still."
trying to take attention off Jax to be like, "Hey, I'm you know what? I'm to blame for one of those people of the
He
18 who found
is.
out."
He is, but Brittany's like, "Lisa wouldn't have found out if Jax did not tell you." How about that? But yeah,
Yes. Yes.
she's so upset because it's not true and he's making it more than it is. And also he's spreading it about her. So crazy. So then Brittany and Lisa talk, and Lisa's like, "Hey, by the way, I know everything about the Kentucky Muffin."
Oh.
So how awkward. If my boss ever, I would quit. I would have to quit.
Oh
I
my
would
god, if
have to
my boss
quit.
called my oh no. Yep, same.
I would
Same. I would
have to
literally
quit.
leave the stage.
So Brittany says she feels like her boyfriend is tarnishing her name. And Lisa's like, "Yeah, okay, I shouldn't have hired Brittany because this couple sucks." I mean, like, Brittany's great, but like the couple essence like sucks. And then Brittany starts crying because she didn't think Jax would do this for her to her, and she doesn't want to look stupid. And again, I'm like, "Girly, there's
Too late.
4 seasons. There's 4 seasons to watch."
Yeah, I mean, let's remember like this is the point where you now decide you look stupid. He literally told everybody you weren't moving there and moving in
Yeah,
with you last season. Like
I was gonna say, even if you didn't want to watch seasons 1 through 3, season 4 he openly tarnished you. You could watch that. I mean, he had to
Yeah.
for his job
Wasn't
anyway.
she at the reunion? Like,
You were at least on that.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, you should have. I don't know. But okay, so Brittany then calls him the biggest piece of shit. And Lisa's then like, okay, cool. But like, why Kristen?
Oh
And
my
Brittany's like,
God.
it didn't happen, Lisa. Oh my
I just want to
God.
let you know that nothing he said happened.
Jax is a piece of shit. A liar. Got it? Fine. So then we go to Sheena and Shay's apartment where the camera's inside, but everyone's sleeping. And then Brittany gets up and she
Oh
walks
my
into
God.
Sheena's open bedroom door where she's snuggling with Shay. And she's like, hey, are you guys up? And Sheena and Shay like magically wake up and they're like, yeah, we're up.
This shit on reality TV shows really grinds my gears.
I
Like,
love.
let's not
Cracks
fake that
me
you're
up.
waking up. We
It
know
cracks
somebody
me
had to
up.
let the camera crew
You
in.
know what they should do is have the videotape the camera crew knocking for someone to let them in, and then they barge with their camera. Authentic,
At least just
baby.
be in the living room, like drinking coffee. Come on. I don't need to see you in your bedroom. I always find that weird.
We see Shay. I want to give a shout out to my dude Shay. He said two whole words.
I
Um,
missed him.
he said hey and
Oh.
bye. It was beautiful. So
Sheena's
Brittany,
new rules. You're only allowed to film as soon as we wake up, so there's no drinking involved.
no alcohol because then people won't figure out what a loser you are and what a buzzkill you could be at parties. Fuck you. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, so Brittany goes into Sheena and Shay's room and she's like, hey, I'm gonna head out and go back to Jax's sorry ass. And then Sheena's like, okay. And then they both have giant glasses on. That's all I noted. That's it.
Right.
This was when giant
Oh, this is
glasses
stupid.
with thick ass rims were in, and Sheena's are blue. So
Yes.
just want to shout that
And they're
out.
fake, you know? Like, they're so ugly. I thought these were ugly back then, even. But this
Oh
scene
my
is so
god.
stupid. We need, like, Brittany coming home last night to Sheena's and then, like, being drunk, discussing how shitty Jax is. This is
Wait,
so dumb the next morning.
Meredith, I can't get over it. Do you mean to tell me Sheena doesn't wake up with blue glasses on? They're fake? What? Don't do this to
Listen, as
me.
a four-eyed person, fake glasses really do bother me.
I
Because sometimes they're trendy and people without glasses can enjoy them, but I can never not enjoy like being blind.
Okay, I don't have fake
So,
glasses, but I had a sty that impaired one of my eyes so badly that it affected my vision. So I had to get glasses, but it wasn't by a lot. So people thought my glasses were fake because one of the lenses were, but the other one wasn't. But it wasn't by that much. So I got but I did need it because I couldn't drive. I couldn't see it at the dark. You know? So I am one of those
oh,
people.
you're such an old
I should have
person.
gotten blue ones to match Sheena Shea. Anyway,
Honestly, really missed the boat
so
here.
we go back to Jax and Brittany's apartment. Jax slept alone last night, and then Brittany gets home.
Oh, poor him. He probably was thrilled at this. Like, this was
He's,
his dream. This would be my dream.
I think Brittany was like,
He's not learning.
Brittany wanted Jax to be like up all night and be like, I've been waiting for you. But in reality, he's slept like a baby. And even though she's now home, he still continues to sleep. He does not want to chat with her, he
He could
doesn't
care
care.
less.
So
Yeah, a night alone, his dream. He's going to spread more rumors about you, hoping you go spend the night at Sheena's again.
I bet she hooked up with Sheena and Shay. Brittany was double teamed by the married couple. That's his next rumor. That's it. So,
Oh
yeah,
gosh.
Brittany's like, "Hey, I'm home," and Jax is like, "I'm sleeping. Can you shut up?" And Brittany's like, my feelings were hurt," and Jax is like, so you cheated on me, and somehow that makes me the asshole. I'm trying to sleep. Can you get out of here? I'm
Oh
paraphrasing, but
my
I'm
god. I
pretty
wanted a
close.
timestamp. Like, what time is it? How mad can he be that he wants to sleep? If it's like 7 a.m., I'm on his side for wanting to sleep. If it's like 10 to
It's
noon,
noon. It's
get out of bed,
noon.
sir.
Um,
I-
I just
Oh
yeah, so I'm gonna
god.
paraphrase this whole thing, but it's basically what happened. So then he goes off about how he's been a liar for 5 years. He'll just keep being the liar, whatever. And this is where I noticed that I think Jax fell asleep in a dress shirt. So that's lovely. So now they're
God.
arguing, and Brittany's like, "You're a big piece of shit. You're spreading rumors about me." And Jax is yelling, and he's like, "Oh my god, you cheated on me, bitch." And Brittany's like, "I'm over this. I swear to God, it didn't happen." And then, and then they both. Brittany's like, "Why would you do that to me?" So stupid. And then Jax
The
is
way
like,
he's yelling, he said he was asleep, but he has to be
he's
awake to yell at her.
uh
This is
this
incredible.
dude's awake now. He's screaming at her. And then he's like, "I'm crazy. I'm crazy. I must be crazy. Like, I must be. I can't function right now." And okay, if this did happen, I understand obviously why Brittany is like, "Stop talking about it," but then they're on camera and Brittany's like,
Yes.
"It didn't happen," and Jax is like, "It did happen." So now he's doing the, "I'm the truth teller. I'm telling you it happened." So I see where he's like angry
I
about it,
can't
but
believe
he's not
But I can't believe
comprehending.
they haven't had a conversation
Off
off
camera.
camera about,
Off
like,
camera.
what they're gonna put on camera, because
Jesus Christ.
if this is true and she doesn't want this, A, he can just tell she doesn't want this, so there, in my mind, doesn't really need to be a conversation, he just needs to give this up, but he can't not be the
Can't.
reality TV star he is. He
He's a
can
truth
see this
teller.
and see it's a gold mine for their show, and he's gonna dig in, and
He's
he is not gonna be the liar
he
anymore.
was getting paid the most. He knew what he was expected to do. He showed up. He said,
Hell yeah,
"Here's."
at the expense of everything, every season.
As a viewer, I love it. I love this shit. I love it. Imagine if Brittany just came home and Jax was like, "I'm sorry," and she was like, "I'm sorry too." Instead, they're literally like,
Oh my god.
"You did this to me. I'm
No, but
over it."
can you imagine if behind the scenes they're, like, plotting this even, like,
Oh
and
my
they're just,
god.
like, normal when the
Cameras turn
cameras are
off.
down?
Cameras turn off and they high five and they're like, "That was a good fight."
Incredible,
That'd be amazing.
incredible, but what this man
Amazing.
is doing is giving me great TV, but truly telling me who I do not wanna be with for the rest of my life. Like, I'm literally Brittany's life is my worst nightmare.
This has taught me, if a man from a reality TV show reaches out to me, I watch every fucking minute he is on that show and I see what I'm getting myself into immediately.
I don't even need to watch a single minute. I think if cuz she met him in Vegas. If I meet a man and
In
he's like,
Vegas.
"I'm on reality TV," I'd be like, "I'm so
I'm
sorry.
gone.
No.
So then
Nope.
we go
That's
we
an
go to
ick. That's an ick."
we go to Katie and Tom's apartment. Katie describes how she's gonna ask the girls to be her bridesmaids. It's a big DIY project. The age of
Oh,
DIY.
this really brought me back to the DIY era. Wow.
This was great. So Katie said for a wedding photographer it could be up to 10 grand, but do not worry, she found one for between 4 to 6 grand. And Tom is like, "Hey, could we just not talk money? Just spend whatever and I just don't want to know." Which, okay, fuck you then. Don't get
I
involved.
kind of get this. She says he's very frugal, so I think spending large sums of money does stress him out. So I understand maybe not wanting to hear all the every time the cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching every time they rack up the
Well,
bill.
he
Just
thought
give
they could
him a general, we're gonna spend 50 grand.
he thought they could do it all for 10 grand
Yeah, he's probably looking on Craigslist for like a
for a
photographer, and it's just like
wedding.
Bill from the convenience store who owns a camera.
And actually, Bill will let them get married at the convenience store for free. So it's
Oh my
perfect.
god, the behind the convenience store, we have 3 pots,
We have a
and there's
patch
1
of
flower each in
grass.
all of them. So there you go on florals too. Yeah, I
so
mean, incredible.
So Katie calls the venue. It's in Northern California, super woodsy. They have a base package that's discounted on Sunday through Thursdays. So Katie's like, "Cool, let's get married on a Wednesday." So they only have to pay $5,495, and then there's a per person charge of 109, and then there's also gratuity. So that'll be
Oof.
about 18,000, and they need a 5,000 non-refundable deposit. And Katie's like, "No regrets, let's do it." Okay,
Swipe that card
do
now.
it. Okay, so then Tom's like, "Hey, that was like kind of painful, but also let's talk about a prenup maybe." And Katie's like, "What the fuck?" Okay. And personally, I'm team prenup, so I think that no matter what,
Me
this
too.
This should be a conversation. But Tom's just like, hey, it's like health insurance. We should get one, which I agree with. And I usually don't agree with Tom Schwartz on
I
much.
think that's a great description of
Yeah,
why you should. Like, I don't want to have cancer, but like, just in case, like,
you pay for health
I think
insurance.
that's a great idea.
So Katie, though, laughs because she doesn't know what assets Tom is trying to protect. If anything, he has a crippling amount of student debt. But oh, she agrees to the prenup, which honestly is in her benefit because then she's not responsible for his student debt should they end things before he pays it
Yeah.
off. So, hey,
Yes, I think it's really smart. I've been thinking about it a lot, and I'm like, I am the negative. I have a lot of student debt, so
so you're like, can we
I don't
not
want
do a
somebody
prenup?
saddled with that. It's really important I pay that off myself. No,
Once you
no,
pay,
I want one because I it's a really important.
don't do a prenup, but then once you pay it off, be like, now we should do a postnup. So that now going forward, we're not it. But Katie agrees to the prenup, and Schwartz is like, wow, you've never been sexier. Because she's usually emotionally
Well,
volatile, but now she's emotionally intelligent, which is a great way to describe your
which I was like,
fiance.
yeah, Schwartz is really giving me all the signals that he is not interested in Katie at all.
My fiance
Like,
is
he's pointing
usually
out, or they show all the clips when Katie's hammered too. Like,
sticking up
that's not
for
fair.
the
She's completely sober putting together her bridesmaids boxes.
my boyfriend sticking up for the whore in there. I did it. She's
Iconic.
That's
I mean,
great.
incredible.
It's
I love
amazing.
her like that.
So then we go to James's new apartment. He's meditating and there's a knock at the door. So he gets on his hoverboard to ride it 7 feet to the door. And I just want everyone to know my new ick that was unlocked is a man on a hoverboard. Like I hated it.
Oh
I hated
god.
every second of it.
It's so weird.
I never want anything to do with this. I'd rather you be on a pogo stick than this. This is horrible to me.
Can you imagine him on a pogo stick in an apartment to
Better.
the front door?
Somehow it's better than a hoverboard. So
Moon shoes.
James shows Lala moon shoes. James shows Lala his bed. So he sleeps. It's not on the floor, but it's close. And there's a partition because
Oh
James
god.
he lives with this old guy, Paul, who plays pool with them, and James pays minimal rent. And you know what? As someone who pays maximum rent, you gotta do what you gotta do, baby. So fucking if Paul's giving you a floor,
I
work the floor.
No thank you. This is the
I mean,
difference between guys and girls. I just don't think a girl could ever do this.
I wouldn't live with Paul, obviously. But I think that there's worse living situations than this spot for James.
I just mean like sacrificing a bedroom. Like I think we find value in having our own space.
I think
And
you'd be
this makes me think of the
surprised.
Toms and Jacks.
Yeah, you'd be surprised what I've seen people do in New York for a warm place to sleep. It's wild.
That's true. But sometimes okay, that's like with your friends and you like build those like fake wall things and like you make it into a home, like a sheet. I couldn't. I'm sorry.
Never. If he's paying $200 a month, fucking rock out, James. Have that partition up. Because you know what James
I
does? He's an
guess.
aspiring DJ Meredith who's released the CD Pump Sessions and one single with Lala called Feeling You.
It honestly is a miracle he got the pump sessions out. Like, remember when that was taken away from him?
Yeah, Pump Sessions is great, but also if you haven't listened to this, the ain't nobody got me feeling like I'm feeling you. Like it's good. It's a fucking banger, okay? Lala and James they banged that one
I
out. It was
agree.
great. So now he's inspired to make new music with Lala. He also did a music video with Blue Paint. So he's on to bigger and better fucking things.
I This is so I don't even know what year this is, but this was
It was
probably
very
incredible in that year.
2015. It was very. But okay, so he says he really believes he's going to play Coachella one day. He's so excited to follow his dreams. And Lala's like that's great. So we got to stop falling in with bad shit that ruin our dreams, okay? I got your back through thick and thin, my guy, but we got to stop fighting with those people.
They act like they just like robbed a convenience store. This is really not that crazy.
We
Like
got to
screaming at some people at an okay like magazine party.
And if anything, Jax is on probation. He's gonna punch you, and you get a big sum of money. So Get with
There you
it.
go. That can be your like down
Big
payment for an apartment and get out of the curtain.
or drop another CD and live with Paul forever. Okay, so they talk about how
All
that night
right. No
was
shame in the game either way.
they talk about how that night was a disaster, and Lala said like she calls Katie fat again, even though she promised her mom she
Oh
wouldn't.
god.
You know what? Change is hard. We're working on
I
it. It's an everyday
I
battle.
apparently.
It's an everyday battle. Okay, so
To not
now
call Katie fat.
it's hard. I mean, when you see a winter body, you gotta call it out because you're a truther, baby, you know? So we go to World Dog Day. Katie's here with Butter, and then Lisa immediately puts her to work. Then Ariana and Sandoval show up, and Katie puts them to work for getting donations and raffle tickets, which is what everyone ends up doing, except James, who's here and ready to DJ, and Jax, who just wants to bitch the whole time because he doesn't want to wear a shirt. He's fine in the shirt he has.
Oh, this man. Even if he wasn't like in a fight with Brittany, this man would act the exact same.
The tension though between Brittany and Jax, I could feel through my TV screen.
100%. Brittany's acting
Horrible.
like everything's fine because she's like in a public place trying to just sell these fucking raffle tickets. And Jax is making it the most miserable experience,
Of
let alone
course.
just this event.
Of
Like, who
course.
wants to work this event? And then who wants to be with Jax anyways? And then who wants to be with working this event with Jax in a fight with Jax?
Somehow Brittany does it because I would have been like, go sell raffle tickets somewhere else immediately.
I'm actually like proud of her. I've never really thought she has much going on for her, but like to just the delusion to stay in this relationship with this man is
Whatever.
quite a skill.
Whatever. Good for her then. If she can live in a place so happy she doesn't see it, it's fine. So the girls all went to.
What she does for a bedroom, whereas James will do basically nothing to stay in his sheet. You know what? I'm
Exactly.
actually seeing the value of the sheet
There you go.
now.
So the girls were Kristen's last night, and they talked about how upset Brittany was basically the whole time. So that's fun. That's her relationship. That's very fun for everyone, I'm sure. Anyway, so Lala visits the DJ booth. James or Jax is very upset because there's rave music playing on a Sunday afternoon. Okay, old man.
What, sir? What do you want to play?
He
Like,
likes.
don't you want this to be a pumped up
He
event?
sits down and he's like, "What are we at a rave or is this a Sunday afternoon in the park?" These young whippersnappers these days. Back in my day, when it was a
Oh, these
Sunday,
kids.
we listened to gospel
Oh, God.
music. Okay, so
Oh.
Chad, the pump manager, tells Lisa that last night James was having a cig and he started arguing with people in the back and he got in a fight where James was in a
Oh,
headlock. And
no.
I'm like, that sounds like James is the victim then. If his scrawny ass is in a headlock, he's not doing any damage. This dude's just chilling. He can't get out of a headlock.
No, no, he can't.
So James then gives us his account and said his friend showed up and his friend thought that James was being rude and so he put James in a headlock because he's jealous. The friend is jealous of James.
I don't, oh god, this is just a mess. James is a mess. I want better for him. I can't imagine anybody I know putting me in a headlock. First off, that's just embarrassing. Like, mm, James, go
I'm
back to DJing.
this is the story makes zero sense, period. Even Sandoval is like, what is he jealous of, James? And James is like, everything, because I'm a DJ and he's not. And I'm like, you know what? The delusion between James and Brittany, one and the same. I love that they're living their best lives.
Oh
I love
god.
it. So, James, Lisa says if it's James's fault, she's gonna have to let him go. And then James says, you know what? He's young and he's good looking and he's DJing in LA, killing the game. And then it cuts to James looking for the owner of a Toyota.
Oh, I love
They
Bravo
did him so
because
dirty.
the rest of the
So
episode, they're like making him look like an idiot on the DJ booth. Like he's just doing this for a
a
hobby.
reminder to pick up your poop.
I can't.
Pick
I
up your poop.
can't.
I loved it. So Jax is annoyed to basically be alive and hang around with Brittany because she's mad at him.
Yes, she's literally
This is
like,
his
"Can you
worst
please help
nightmare.
sell these fucking tickets?" And he's like, "No."
He's like, I can't believe I'm forced to hang out with my girlfriend Brittany. This is the worst day of my whole life. So then James goes up to Katie to apologize, and Katie's basically like, you're an asshole, and then you apologize, and then you're an asshole again. I just think you're kind of a bad person. And James is like, okay, well, I said I was sorry. And Katie's like, okay, you're sorry until next time. And so then James in his interview is like, I still think she's fat, but now I won't say it to her face. I
Oh
was like,
my
this, he's a mess.
god.
He's a mess. This
Oh,
man's
he
horrible.
which means he's
Oh
gonna do it
my
again.
god.
Like, come on. There's no way he believes
Of
this, is
course.
not sorry, and is not gonna terrorize this woman again. Like, oh,
And he hates
honey.
Katie. He hates this whole group.
I know, but
He's
I
gonna
don't
terrorize them until they like him.
why does he hate Katie the most?
I think he just hates everyone.
Mm,
So then he says something. Also, Katie openly fucking hates him.
that's true.
She's
Like,
like, I'll openly fucking
Ariana
fat
isn't
shame
Ariana
you.
and Sandoval are really not that mean to him. They're just friends with the group. And then like Sheena last
Stassi doesn't
year,
hang out around him
yeah,
enough.
and or work with him, so that's different. But Sheena, I think, was nice to
Yeah.
him last year, but is now part of this group, so he like probably still has a soft spot for Sheena. Um, and then there's Katie and Kristen,
Yeah,
and
Katie's
Kristen doesn't
never liked
work.
him, right? Like that was the thing is like he starts dating Kristen and Katie and Kristen aren't on good terms. So she hates
Yeah,
anyone Kristen touches, which includes James Kennedy, who is annoying and gets into fight with her boyfriend Tom Schwartz because he fights with Tom Sandoval. So Katie just hates James.
that's
And
true.
James is like, "Then I'll hate you back, but better."
But
And he goes the extra mile. You
true.
know? So, let's talk about some people that show up. We got Lance Bass, we got Kyle Richards, and we got
We got
Stassi,
everyone.
Kristen, and Carter.
Oh my god, I didn't even
The
see
party.
Carter. Damn, I think I just ignore him.
Yeah, he snuck in the back. Okay, so Stassi asked for a drink, and Sheena's like, "There's no alcohol." Stassi's like, "Oh no, what
I
have I
mean, I
done?"
would ask. Let's be
Um,
honest. It's a Sunday and a nice
I
day
would
out.
too. So Lisa tells James he's in trouble, and James is like, "Oh my god, Lisa, everyone's out to get me. I'm gonna charge my friend with assault."
Oh, I can't. If you could put me in a headlock, I deserved it if it's
I
involved.
love I love when people say, I love it when people are like, they're out to get me. People are out to get me.
Oh my
It's so
god.
funny to me. That's my favorite line.
Especially to like an
Lisa,
authority
they're out to
figure.
get
It's
me.
like they're really trying to bring me
Yeah.
down from my DJ booth.
My sister used to say that because I am in a family where you have to dish it and take it. There's no
Mhm.
question if you can or cannot do that. You must. It's survival. And my sister in high school couldn't take it. So she started saying, "Why is everyone coming at me?" And we would just start laughing hysterically because we were
Oh,
like, we're
you're like,
not, but it's
"And I just
funny.
won." Like, you just made
Uh,
yourself such an easier target. I always tell
yeah.
people with my dad,
End
he'll give it so
end of
much. I'm like,
story.
"Fight back with him. If you don't, you're a sitting duck and you'll just get
Yeah.
more."
Yeah, you gotta fight back. So, Kristen invites everyone over for a barbecue after this. And then Kristen and Stassi are like, oh, we should say hi to Lisa. So they walk over to Lisa. She's talking to Joyce. Never forget the husband with the heavy Australian accent
Never.
from that
That
one
dinner
season.
party. Yeah, we got both sides of it on
The
Beverly
dinner
Hills
party.
and Vanderpump.
What did he say? The only person who is racist is
Is
you.
you.
That's the husband. I did it. So, Stassi's like, "Hi, this is such a cool event." And Lisa's like, "Great. Did you give money yet?" And they're like, "No, we totally did, but like we're not going to give more money to you
This
because
is
we're
so
poor and we
awkward.
don't
This is
work
when
for
you
you
like
anymore, so we have no
go
jobs."
back to your old workplace because you need something and you're like, please don't recognize me, except they have to be recognized because they're also filming a show. This is
Don't say anything.
so awkward. It's so
Yeah.
nice. This giant park with 3,000 people. It's so beautiful here.
We love it. So then Lisa brings up the Britney thing because Lisa loves to watch Kristen squirm,
Hell
and
yeah.
Kristen literally forgets how to process information. She's like, well, what?"
I
And Stassi's just like, "Can we go?"
yeah. this
Horrible.
makes me feel like it's real, it's true, because Kristen doesn't really have a response to be like, God, I'm so tired of this. Like, this isn't true. She just is like very caught off guard.
Kristen broke.
Mm,
We watched the life leave her eyes.
yes.
So Jackson Schwartz then talk about wedding planning. Um Schwartz is like, we're basically already married. We don't have sex.
This is my worst
So
nightmare.
that's it.
Why do I want like a 40-year marriage before
Yeah.
I even get married?
Also, why do I want to hang out with you for so many hours of the day if we're not having sex? Let's talk
Yeah.
about that.
I
I don't want to talk
again,
to you.
James's curtain is actually sounding really good now.
So Jax doesn't believe that Schwartz is excited to get married, mostly because Jax hates marriage. So why would Schwartz like to get married? And then Jax is like, dude, I could never get married because Brittany's so fucking mad at me. And he
Oh
says,
my god.
and then Schwartz is like, I heard you fucking yelled at her. And Jax is like, I didn't go crazy. Okay. You need to stop listening to those
He
bitches.
did go, this man is the biggest fucking liar always. To the point where even if he's telling the truth, he's still lying about it.
He's like, I didn't even go crazy. I talked so calm. You
I
should have
did
seen me. You would
not
have
go
been proud.
crazy. Wait till you see this show come out and I prove myself wrong.
So Jax is then like, no one can give me relationship advice because no one's relationship is perfect. And until you have a perfect relationship, I get no advice from anyone
Oh
else.
my
How about
god.
them
Well, don't worry,
apples?
Jax. Even if somebody did have a perfect relationship, you would find a way to ruin it for them.
It's so good. It's so good. Okay, so then Lisa gives a speech about the Yulin Dog Festival. Okay, and then we all go to Kristen and Carter's apartment. Kristen is so mad. She's like, Jason, outside now. And Jax is like,
Who,
me?
me?
Because my name's
I didn't
Jason?
do anything
And so
ever.
they go outside also with Carter, and Kristen's basically like, your life is really great and you're trying to ruin it by thrill seeking an argument. And Jax is like, I'm sorry, what is this concerning?
The way he plays dumb, like he has no
What
clue
a
what's
power
going
move.
on. Even though he's the one who started the rumor, is getting yelled at every hour
That
of the day by
was
Brittany. He's
so.
like, I'm sorry, why are you mad? I I haven't done anything wrong in the last 48 hours.
but, but what a power move to be like, I'm sorry, what are you mad about?
Maybe I need to start using
So
that.
Kristen's like, Brittany's never done anything wrong, Jax, and you're embarrassing her. And Jax is like, I didn't make anything up. And Carter, you were asleep on the couch when I walked in, so you wouldn't even fucking know. And Carter's like, I do know, and it didn't happen. And Kristen's like, I was there too, and it didn't happen. And Jax is like, why would I make this fucking up? And he's like, it's not my problem, okay? Like, you guys did this to me.
Oh my god.
Did I explain this? I explained that pretty well. I did
Y-
it pretty
y-
well, right?
yeah, it's just honestly, I can't tell if Jax is delusional, if he just really enjoys lying, if I
But then
don't understand his logic. So it's really hard for me to in these like these seasons to be like, yes, I get why Jax is doing this. Because even an attention whore, like he's not
so
telling
then
things that bring it back to him ever.
so then my favorite part is when um he's like he's yelling at Kristen. He's like, "Why don't you back out of my fucking problems in my relationship?" And Kristen's like, "Do not speak to me that way, Jason." And then Jack says, "Okay," but Kristen still is like, "Don't talk to me that way." And he's like, "I said okay, Kristen, but you won't even stop talking long enough to hear me
Oh
say
god.
okay."
Petty
And,
little.
and then the episode
And
ends.
it's well inside it's like Brittany's like, "Thanks, Kristen. Thanks for having my
Thanks,
back."
Kristen. Thank you. Because I can't fight my own battles. No, I know that Kristen's being. This gives off those Sheena energy when Sheena's like, be sure to apologize to Katie, okay? It's like, I, Brittany
I
shouldn't be in
mean,
this relationship if she can handle Jax, you know?
I again, this reaffirms even more to me that this happened and like Brittany is mad that it happened and so she needs Kristen to also yell at Jax because like they're trying to cover their bases of Jax stopping this conversation. When in reality, like just talk to your fucking boyfriend and threaten him and say if you fucking talk about this, I'll make up shit about you. Although he'd probably like that.
Do you think the only two women in the world who can handle Jax are Stassi and Kristen?
Oh, and in different ways. Yes.
Oh my god. Ew.
This is so weird. Maybe they need to be
It's
in a
all back to the
throuple.
movie Drive.
Oh god.
Stassi should have also watched Drive with them.
Oh, can you
We
imagine
should have
if they were
seen what
hammered
happens
and watched
then.
Drive together?
The three of them. Okay. So next time, Katie asks her bridesmaid. Schwartz pulls a prank on the boys. James might get fired, and Lala and Katie argue in the back of Sir, which I do remember. And this is where we get Katie going, "Call it as I see it."
Oh
That was a
God.
great impression. People should hire me. Okay, let's do accepted and blocked. Which one do you want to do first?
I guess blocked.
Okay, who are you blocking?
I don't know why I said that because I don't even know.
Okay, I'm gonna block James. Um,
Mm,
I want to root for him so badly. I
yeah.
don't believe his apologies. I think he's just doing it so he can keep up his pump thing and get Pump Sessions Volume 2 out.
Yeah.
I root for him. I love him so much, but the hoverboard also gave me a real ick that I'll just never move on from.
That's a good one. That's a good one. I'm gonna block Brittany. I just think she needs to go harder
Ooh.
at Mr. Jason Couchy, otherwise known as Jax, for all this stuff. Like, I want to see a bad bitch just put this man in his place, and I just feel like she's like, but
Mm.
please don't talk about it. Like, no, you should have literally attacked him when you came in after spending the night at Sheena's and just berated that man instead of him being like, I'm sleeping and her walking away and him getting to berate her. No, no, no. He needs to sleep on his friend's couch. You're not sleeping on your friend's. Come on. What are we doing?
We cannot let men
No, she's letting him
walk all
win.
over us, especially Jason Couchy.
Yes, like get eaten out by Kristen. Enjoy it. Tell Jax to get the fuck out of here and go find a new girlfriend.
Um. Okay, so do you know who you're accepting?
I'm accepting Katie. You know, I appreciate her hustle at this little dog event. I think it's fake for the storyline, but whatever. I appreciate Katie trying to like branch out from the Sir experience, but I also love that she's getting the wedding she wants. Like Schwartz is like, "Oh no, I don't want to spend that much." And she's like,
Ooh,
"Shut up. Give me your credit card. I'm getting the wedding I want.
I love it
Like,
for her.
give me
I
all the
love it for her.
flowers."
I love that. Um, Meredith, I'm really torn because I
Ooh.
don't want to accept this person,
Oh
but they
no.
just made me laugh so much.
No.
And
One
I did
Mr.
it
Jason
last week, and I
Couchy.
don't want to accept. I don't want to accept Jax again, but it's so funny
Oh no.
to me. His he the fact that Brittany's like, "Hey, I need to talk to you," and he's like, How has this happened? How have I told one person plus 17 and now people are talking about it. I don't understand. Also, how is this my fault? Also, why are you mad? Also, why are
Oh
you
god.
disturbing my
He's
sleep?
he's
He just
so all
can't.
over the
And then
place. It's so much.
also, he hates hanging out with Brittany so much, and it's my
Miserable.
favorite plot line. And I know I know it's crazy. Um, but I have to accept.
I
I I
I
just think he's
disagree
so unhinged. He's
strongly.
such good TV.
Oh god.
He's such good TV.
I need somebody to step up and be
What has
like
the world done
more
to me?
enjoyable TV.
That's the thing, is I need something else to happen. Okay, so do all the things. Thank you for listening and joining, and we will continue to do season 5. And it is a great honor. So thank you all.
Thanks guys. Bye.